What up, what up, what up? Welcome to my channel, Divine Gang Gang. I need y'all to get y'all seats and gather around, gather around. Did y'all get a shock to the system or was it just me? Huh? It's May 4th. Over the last 7 days, a lot of shit have changed. So I'm sure that that is not just for me. So my magic SkooBus babies, I'm going to need y'all to tap in. And yeah, let's bend these alleys and these corners real quick and see what they got to say as above. Because so below, a lot of things have been dicing and slicing and flipping and flopping, and a lot of things, it was like breaking things apart to see exactly what they was to rebuild, right? Unlearning to relearn type shit over the last 7 days. But anyway, welcome to my channel. This is RFU Tarot. Why RFU? Because I do what's right for me. You should do what's right for you and fuck who don't like it. Yes, I cuss sometimes. My bad, G. I'm grown. If you don't like it, toodles. Cause I might cuss again. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I might cuss again. But I'm intuitive reader, so from the moment I start fucking with your energy, or your energy starts to fuck with me, see, there it went the cuss word. Everything is intuitively guided by my spiritual gang. All the decks that I pick, the way the cards come out, the messages that I channel are intuitively guided. Let your spiritual gang guide you to the messages they have for you. Take your piece, don't be greedy, and don't manipulate my shit, G. Don't try to make mine fit yours and be mad at me when you get something different. I'm not the God of your understanding, and I'm not your free will. Thank y'all for riding with me, right? Divine gang in the building. So I've already pulled a few cards. I haven't really broke them down yet, but I feel like these cards are directly related to the energy that I've been in for the last 7 days. So like I said, things have been changing. Like we are leaping. We're doing jumps in our timeline right now. As much work as we've done over the past 7 days, we have transcended leaps and bounds ahead of ourselves. Like, is what I'm feeling like is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just been crazy. But let me break off into these cards because I know that's what y'all here for, right? Right. So the first card that came out was Page of Swords. Yep. Page of Swords. So this is like a learning card for me. This is getting all the pieces, a new bright. It could mean a new idea, a bright idea, or just studying, collecting all the knowledge of something. This is a learning card for me. Like I said, Page of Swords. The next card out was King of Swords. King of Swords is the progression. So if we're starting somewhere, it's Page of Swords. If we're ending somewhere in a mastery capacity, then it's the King of Swords, right? So, like I said, things have, we went from the page to the king in the last 7 days. With these both being swords, yes, it is mental, but it's, I think, more than it just being the way we think, it's about us really understanding what our thoughts are, right? A lot of times we feel like, okay, I felt this thing, so then it made me think this thing, so then I reacted to this thing. But in all actuality, the way we think shapes our perception of something, and based on our perception and the way that we perceive what we're seeing, that is what dictates our emotions, which then dictates our reaction. So I think, again, you're mastering it. You went from, okay, let me figure out why am I doing this thing, to knowing why I'm doing this thing and now being able to correct it or make a motherfucker respect it. Okay? That's what I'm getting with those two cards. And then the last card in this group, because there's 3 groups I feel like, but they can all be for your energy or they could be for separate people that's coming into your vortex. The last card out over here was the Queen of Swords. So let me start off by saying we have a pair, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, with the king coming out first and the queen coming out second. If this is if you are a divine masculine, I feel like as you're going through this, actually, no, they're saying that this is divine masculine and divine feminine. Over the last 7 days, as you have been going through this dissection of your thought processes, I feel like there's someone who's coming that matches your flag with this King of Swords, Queen of Swords. It's like you trying to truly figure out yourself, and then I feel like your spiritual gang, as above, so below, they throw you a lifeline, right? They throw you a lifeline like, here's a friend to call. is what I feel like happens. And it kind of goes from this learning stage to this mastery stage to this, okay, I know a lot, but a wise man don't know he don't know shit, right? It's like you being comfortable in the space of I can always learn something. So it's not the ego part of it. If it was just King of Swords by itself, I would say it could be maybe egotistical or prideful, narcissistic, maybe. But with these cards that it's coming out with, it doesn't feel like that energy anyways. But with these two cards in particular, it definitely feels like there's a balance here of you know, like not having that egotistical control part of, you know, sometimes we can get caught up in, I know this to be how it is, and so it's like we get fixed, right, in our thought processes. I feel like, again, over the last 7 days, we have really worked to figure out why those thought processes are still prevalent for us, and in doing that, we are figuring out new ways of thinking. And I feel like, again, we go from this dominant kind of I know what I'm doing to yes, I know what I'm doing, but I also know I can learn some. It's like a balance of knowing and still being able to be taught, like I said a minute ago. But I felt the need to break that shit down. Ride with me, G. Okay. So, but it's like you kind of feel, even at this mastery stage, because I feel like it happened real quick, like we was jumping timelines over the last 7 days. So you kind of felt like things were a little hectic. This card looks like, yes, I know what I'm doing, but I got a lot of responsibilities, right? This card for me feels like I know what I'm doing. I have these responsibilities, but I've organized and prioritized, and I'm feeding things that are reciprocal to me. You know what I mean? So I'm not depleted in my energy. I'm not working until I'm tired. You know what I mean? But I'm working and I'm being fulfilled. I feel like over the last 7 days of Divine Gang, you have achieved and attained a level of fulfillment, right? But I also do think that there's this other physical vessel that is assisting you in this, because again, this is a pair. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. That's a pair. So I do feel like there is someone that has come into your vortex. I feel like it was very unexpectedly, because y'all ain't even looking at each other. But this person is coming. They have created a safe space is what I'm feeling. And in that safe space that you and this other person are sharing, it's almost like creating a tower moment for the rest of your whole motherfucking life. It's like, okay, this is exactly how I like to be talked to, how I want to be treated. This is exactly how I want to be heard. There's something that along this quest for knowledge, that in this desire that you and this person share together, there's something about that energy, that space that you two share, that is making you it's not even that you're reevaluating everything else. It's like you just blowing that shit out the water is what I feel like. It's like, okay, no. Talk to me in 2 weeks. No, it's like you being, it's because the Queen of Swords can be the Ice Queen, right? The King of Swords can be that narcissistic, aggressive energy, right? So I feel like in you having this accelerated progression over the last 7 days, and in you meeting this person that I feel like they understand you, and that gives you so much faith in you that it helps you to clearly see the things that are causing you an imbalance, right? And you just knocking that shit out the box. Because the next set of, that was one set of cards, those three. And then the next set of cards is 4. And the first card that came out was 10 of Swords. But, you know, usually 10 of Swords is those 10 swords in her back. But we just left off from the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So I feel, again, like this is your energy. But this, I do feel like this is someone else. This pile of cards right here pertains to someone in particular. And you probably don't know who it is. But I do feel like this first card is coming up off your energy. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. 10 of Swords. Like I said, you are knocking that shit out the box. Usually in the 10 of Swords, there's 10 swords in her back and she's just laying on the ground dead. In this 10 of Swords, there's no swords in her back. She's walking away. Him, Divine Gang, right? Magic SkooBus babies are walking away. This is our backs to the materialistic, the 3D, anything that is inferior at this point. anything that is not co-creating with not even just solutions, but it's just like if it's not co-creating with the enhancement, like if it's not making something better, you have absolutely no need for it, them, the place, the thing, whatever. Like you are drastically dropping shit. Like now I'm just seeing all these birds just dropping dead. You just like it's like your kill switch is what I just heard. The next card out is Eight of Cups. Yeah. So here's our backs in this one. Ten of Swords. Here's our backs again. Eight of Swords. What is Eight of Swords? I say swords. What is but what is Eight of Swords, right? That Mac energy, that stuck energy that let me control your mind, so therefore I don't have to wonder about your body type. Like it's that, I call it simp energy. Like because if you ain't secure enough to not feel the need to control me, well then that's some inferior shit, right? We don't need that. So whatever, that might give you an indication of who this person is in this second pile. Okay? Somebody who felt like you had to meet them halfway. At this leg of the race, for my magic SkooBus babies, I don't care what sign you are, what if you're in divine masculine, divine feminine energy, any of that shit. We're not meeting nobody halfway. At this point, you're gonna have to meet me where I'm at. That's how we feel at this leg of the race, divine gang gang in the building. You have to meet me where I'm at, and you're gonna have to add to it. I'm not meeting nobody halfway, because then that means I gotta stop what I'm doing to make sure you're okay to come on back where I'm at. No, that's too much work. No, I can't do that. You're gonna have to meet me where I'm at, or I'm gonna have to walk away. Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups. And Eight of Cups speaks on walking to something better, right? It's like, in this card, it's like you laid your emotions down. You are only walking towards things that enlighten you, things that clear your energy, things that release that burden energy up off of you, things that bring you peace. You only give into things that fill your soul. You know what I mean? It's with you walking away from this water card, it's like even if you have years and years invested emotionally with this person, that's not enough to keep you in any situation at this point. Because if just because you done loved me for the last 17 years doesn't mean, like, is that love if we still in the same place that we started at? Is that love if I still gotta tell you how to talk to me? Is that love if you don't understand me clearly articulating myself to you? I feel like there's something here, especially with these being swords cards, right? We started at Page of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So if you don't understand the way that I am articulating myself to you, and I'm doing it in a manner in which you should be able to understand, but you telling me to be patient on behalf of some emotional shit, I gotta dead that. It doesn't matter how long we've been here. At this point, we should be able to be past this. And I feel like Divine Gang Gang, whoever this person is right here, you feel like your patience done ran its course. Like I gave you patience 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Like this is somebody you done been with or been around, in and out. It don't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship, a co-worker, a business partner. There's been a relationship here that you feel like is not equally yoked. And I feel like you have tried to explain yourself several different ways over the past few years, and it just wasn't clicking for them in their brain. And what ended up happening is it started to click for you in your motherfucking brain that this shit's not going to work for me. And because of this learning that you have done, and this evolution, this liberation that you have experienced over the last 7 days, you feel the need to cut that out. I feel like with these two cards, I feel like they might not want you to do that because of this emotional tie. Even if it's not romantic, I feel like there's some type of emotional string here that they're trying to pull in order to keep you in this stuck place. But I feel like at this point you see through it. You are swords over here, so you cutting through them strings. I'm not with it. Yeah, and the next card out is Nine of Cups. This is their energy. This is what you're going through with this person, but it's you in these cards. So let me say this, Divine Gang Gang, you are completely in your motherfucking power, my baby. Whatever's going on, whatever's being placed in your palette, whatever's being laid on your lap, You are handling it with grace, and you are getting it like you're not letting anything sit. Like you are properly communicating. You are allowing yourself the space and the peace to make sound decisions for you. I feel like, yeah, like I said, you are very much in your power. A motherfucker can't tell you shit. I mean, they could teach you something, but a motherfucker can't tell you shit right about now. Divine gang gang in the motherfucking house. Yes. I feel like you're taking people on Magic SkooBus trips right now. Like you taking motherfucker. You're Miss Fizzle. You're taking people on the field trips at this point. You showing people shit and they like, what? Like they're shocked. But I think in their shock, it's also an epiphany. Like you're waking these people up. So, divine timing is for you and them. If you want to give it to them, they should tell you thank you. If they don't, that ain't for you. Okay? But yeah, 9 of Cups. You went from 8 of Cups to 9 of Cups. So, yes, you're moving on. Yes, it's to your wish fulfillment. Like 8 of Cups speaks on you moving towards something better and leaving the old. Whatever that old thing is, I feel like they're using some type of emotional tie here to manipulate you, and that doesn't work. You take a leap right off the motherfucking cliff in the opposite direction, though. Like, you're not, you know what I mean? You're going in the opposite direction of that person. So, well, yeah, it came out this way. I just showed it to y'all backwards, so it looked like it was going towards each other. Look, find your fit, let that shit hit how it hit, right? I keep it a buck with y'all because that's how I fuck with y'all. But yeah, you jumping right off that thing. You don't want nothing to do with that. And the next card out is the devil. The devil energy. Like I said, there was, I feel like whatever this thing is that you are abruptly putting it into, it was like a self-imposed hell. Yeah, look at the man over here. It was, there were shackles that you was placing on yourself in this connection, in this energy exchange with this person, in the way that they took, and there was nothing reciprocated. It was a self-imposed, it was a special place in hell, my G. It was. And I feel like with this ending, this group of cards right here, definitely be mindful of this energy. Whoever this person is that you have had some type of relationship with for a very long time, whether it be business, personal, whatever. There's some type of relationship that you've had here for a very long time that you need to let go of. Yeah, it definitely could be business, because look, she's leaping out of this treasure box. But she's jumping into all of these. You know what I mean? So whatever these strings are, they feel like they are very valuable. They feel like, yeah, because here goes the strings here. Right? There go the strings there. There go the strings here. I feel like her jumping out of this. This thing is, whatever the string is very valuable. And like I said, you was already walking away from it. You laid it down. And you're walking away from it. Like I said earlier, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, whatever strings they feel like they got over you, you cutting that shit right out. Period. With that being said, they may have some type of, like I said, this could be their epiphany for them, right? By you speaking your truth, you make them wake the fuck up out of this energy that they've been trying to control you in anyway. And if that's releasing them, you have to understand that this may be the place that they end up at. Don't let them use that thing against you to try to further control you, because I feel like they know with these goats. What's the problem? Take that back into the office.
She told me to.
It's okay.
She throw that away so I can.
No, just leave it in there.
Well, I'm picking the Legos up.
Okay.
And we need the dustpan, but there's garbage in it. So we put garbage.
Take it back in there. Sorry, y'all. They having an argument about garbage. I mean, about the dustpan and Legos. My bad. But with these gold sparkles here, I feel like there's like they know how to speak to you to keep you in this special place in hell is what I really feel like. So be mindful of that, okay? Hang on, y'all. Let me get back with y'all.